Hey guys, how you doing? This is Maniac Rob here, and you can see I am painting some B1 battle droids from none other than Star Wars ShatterPoint. I am recording the audio after the fact, so yeah, this is a new thing I'm trying to see if it's going to work or not. So I'm going off of the scheme, this color scheme, kind of, and I kind of put it on just to give me an idea. Or don't forget to subscribe. Haha, this is really weird. So first we're going to start off with one paint scheme, which you see there. I'm starting with that way, but again, I am going to be changing it up just a little bit, and I'm using Skeleton Horde first, just like every other B1 battle droid that is being painted, or I've seen been painted on tutorials, and also contrast medium because I want to water it down a bit. Plus I want to be able to play around with the puddles a little bit more if need be, so it takes it a little bit while to dry it. So that's why I'm using the contrast medium. And no, I'm not that fast at painting. I am speeding it up because the video was pretty long when I was done doing this. It was actually like, oh crap, I think it was like 2 hours, but it didn't take 2 hours to paint these. It was weird, I don't know. But anyhow, again, I'm just globbing on this contrast Skeleton Horde, and again, just blob it on, but just make sure that it don't pull too much. You probably see me here in the video too, going back in with the clean brush, just to kind of wisp some stuff away too as well, because I want them to be really dirty, and I mean like dirty like they've been out in the battle for a long time. But the thing is that I want differently is that I don't want them to have like just the light grime dirt. I want them to, again, look like they've been through the ringer, so to speak. So the first B1 battle droid, I painted it with 50% water mixed with it, and then the medium too as well. And then the second one, as you see, it was like straight at the pot, and the third one was straight at the pot too as well. But I kind of keep trying to wisp some stuff away here just to get rid of the buildup of all the contrast. I find this really weird talking like this while I've already recorded the video. Really strange. Anyhow, there's the other paint scheme I'm doing for the other B1 battle droids. They're going to be kind of like a gray and red. So I'm using Ballicidium gray or whatever. I can't even say that word. Anyhow, so again, I'm just same kind of technique. I'm just lopping it on. This way though, I'm kind of mixed it like 10% water. I didn't put the medium in it. I just put the water this time. Just save a little difference because it does come a little bit more transparent, that you can see through it a bit more because you add a little bit of water. And that way it's not closer to the black. It's more of a gray like you see in the picture there. So it's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to let the music play for a little bit in the background, just slightly low, while I speed through this paint job. And you might hear me slurping too as well because I'm drinking a coffee as I'm doing this audio dub over, or whatever you want to call it. I think I know all the technical names from working in the film industry for so long, but I'm just kind of spaced out right now. So now there's the two of them done, dry. It took a little while for them to dry. And crap, I did spill the water there, but I use a poppy pad for my surface. You can see, just clean it up very quick. So anyhow, now I'm mixing Nazdrake yellow with the medium, and this is kind of like a 50-50 mix, just to give, again, now I'm starting to go into this more, been on the battlefield for so long, like these are veteran B1 battle droids that, you know, haven't taken that much damage yet. You can see there it's all lopped on. I leave it dry. So again, it's kind of sound weird with the yellow, but hey, you'll see in the end. So now I'm going to use the Blood Angel Red, and I'm just doing all the emblems. Now I noticed with the Blood Angel Red when I'm putting it on, you don't really notice that much because of the gray that is underneath. And what I do is I quickly will switch to a different red. I think it was just a pure red by AK. So when I do that there, you'll be able to see that the color just pops out even more. Yeah, I'm just trying to play around seeing like what should I do, and then there you can see There's the brighter red that I switched to for the AK Interactive. It's the just bright red, that's what it's called. And I got the picture up there too as well, just to see like where everything is painted, so I mimic what it is. I was going to make one of them like a captain and so on, but I just left it painted just regular like this. Now, it's interesting because if you go to Google and you can look up the different paint stripes meaning and everything for the B1 battle droids, you know, like it's pretty interesting. I learned that when I was painting the B1s for Star Wars Legion, but as we all know, this is ShatterPoint. Never played it yet, but I got to start somewhere, so I might as well start painting it, and Brady's doing some painting too as well. Not on camera though. So yeah, just finishing up with the red there, and now I'm back the yellow droid on the other B1s, and I'm just going to apply the same red in the same spots. I just left that picture up with the black or the gray and the red, just so I get the idea and the placement and everything else where it is. So you'll see me just keep going with that, and I'm like, I'm not sure if it's there or there, but the red, this red shows up a lot more. I could have used the Blood Angel red contrast there because it was on the yellow instead of the gray, but you know, I want to keep it bright. Plus, as we go further, you're going to see they're going to get dirty. You're going to have a lot of washes and grime and everything applied to it. So the red is not going to be as vibrant when we're done. Drinking coffee. All right. So I hope that my audio keeps recording and nothing quits on me. So anyway, yeah, just still painting with her. Again, I find this so weird doing the commentary afterwards. Like, I would have just hooked up the mic to the camera and just recorded it as I was recording the video, but I figured I'd try something different, but I don't really like this that much. Let me know if you have a channel, what's your channel, number one, and if you do the same process, you record the audio and then video, or record the video separately. Anyhow, I'm going to do some dry brushing, and I did the skeleton bone, I think it is. It's Army Painters. I can't exactly remember skeleton. I think it is skeleton bone or skeleton horde. Either one, I can't remember. It's got a skeleton in the name. But now I'm dry brushing just to kind of tone down that yellow from the Neander yellow contrast paint. I think that's what it's called, or Nazdrake. Nazdrake yellow. So, because you can see the base there is like that dirty yellow. I love that color. So there it is for dry brush. You know, this is where you can see that they're starting to look more dirty, and you've been around a lot longer than regular B1s, because I want it to be different, because I know if I go up and I play ShatterPoint with other people, they're going to have B1s painted up just like the normal B1 battle droids 9 times out of 10. And I wanted to just do something different. So you can see there, I'm just adding the next step to this, and I think it was the wash that I did, yes. And it was Agrax Earth Shade, but it's watered down. So you can see there, just giving more grime. Now I'm using White Scar. And just doing some dry brushing so I can make like the details pop out more from the gray instead of it being just the tone of the gray. But you could see the different types of textures and the depths and the raises just from the contrast, but just with the highlight, just add up a little bit more. Plus, again, I want them, make them look dirty, so I can't have them bright and vibrant. You can see there, this here is the Army Painters Scarlet Red, and also that is the White Scar too as well. And the reason why what I did there is I just put a mixture of like the red scarlet or scarlet red, 2 parts to 1 part of the white, just to kind of turn it more of a lighter red. And then again, I'm just kind of going over spots just to make it look like it's more aged, plus kind of highlighting it just a little bit, because I could have just kept it deep like that with the brownish red, but nah. Again, I want to be different so that when I put them on the terrain and I'm playing ShatterPoint, mine stand out to me because I know, hey, these are mine because they're painted totally different. And that's why I do it. So anyhow, there's Black Templar, and what we're going to do now is just pretty simple. We are going to be painting the guns, the blasters, blast them. And what we're going to do after that is, you notice in the picture, it has like a black wire, or is that like a knife or something that's hidden on the arm? I don't know, but you can kind of see it there. So I kind of paint that too as well. And then with the darker droids here, I'm just, again, kind of highlighting it with the plate metal, just to give more battle damage plus highlights too as well. Sorry, just taking a drink there. All right. And I think they're turning out pretty cool. I like them, and that's all it matters to me, is that I like them, and they're good to play instead of playing naked, because you don't want to play this game naked. The miniatures are awesome looking, but I'd prefer them being painted. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just continuing with the silver. Now I'm back and I'm doing the base, and this here is whole red from AK. This here I find is a very rich color, brownish red, or reddish brown actually, because it's more on the brown side than what it is on the red. And I'm just painting like the dirt here that is below the stones. I seen this done on a video and I really liked how it turned out, so I wanted to use this color. I didn't have the exact color that they had, but the idea was there, and I was like, I think it was Sarasaro Painting on YouTube, I think. Go check him out. He's awesome. I always follow the work, and it always inspires me. And you know, sometimes it's step by step I follow, because his work is just bang on. It's perfect. Anyhow, I'd love to keep talking about him. I just want to go watch more of his videos. But anyhow, I am adding the whole red by the AK Interactive to the base, as you can see there. And now I guess what we're going to do is we're going to, do the same. It's English gray, AK Interactive, and we're going to paint all of the stones now, or the yellow stones. Not being like with the gray, I'm not trying to keep some of the yellow showing. I am covering up all of the yellow for the patios. And even the indents and everything, I'm just going in because I know the wash is going to go into the recesses. Is going to get dark when we do add the wash. So again, I really like the color variants onto this, as you will see once we're all finished. I'd really love to hear your thoughts onto it and what you think. So anyhow, again, this is the metal that we're going to be doing now, and this whole base is just going to be covered into the plate metal. I think it's called as plate metal. I showed it, and now I flashed it, and I'm not sitting in front of my paints right now, so yeah. What I am doing though is I'm avoiding all of the cracks and like all the marks, the marks from getting hit with whatever it is, and I just did all the plate metal like that, or gun metal. So now this is the wash with the Agrax Earth Shade, and I am just plopping it on everything, globbing it on, whatever. And this is straight out of the pot. There's no 50-50 or anything. I like doling down my washes a lot, but it's only for more on the characters than what it is on the terrain. I like the terrain to look really dirty. So you just see there, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do Basilicanum Gray. I said it right, yay! And you're going to scratch your head when I'm doing this base, because it's kind of weird what I did, but just follow along with me and you'll see, because it's kind of like a creative process that happens on camera, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So yes, the sewage, that color sewage I showed, I love that color, and while the gray is still wet, I'm putting that over top, and I'm not brushing it on like I did the gray. I just kind of dabbed it on, and now I'm using paper towel, and I'm just going to dab off everything, and whatever is left, I'm going to leave it like it is. So it's not the rub off method. I guess it's more of the dab method. But the thing is you can keep going in more and more. You can even dampen the paper towel and take off more, because you can see that's what I did to make it all nice and smooth before I jumped into doing this paint just for the highlighting. And again, this highlighting step, it's gonna look a little weird, but just bear with me, just stay with me. You're going to see exactly what I had planned, because I did plan this one out actually in my head, but the other one I just rolled with it. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but that grime I think is the one thing that really saved me. I'd like to throw some grime onto some robots or some terrain or something for Fallout, because I think it'll look awesome. Anyhow, again, you can see here with the highlights, I am not covering in the holes, like the dirt holes or bullet holes, whatever you want to call it, or just the cracks into the dirt. And I'm going around the base. And also too as well, you're going to notice me doing from time to time, and more so when I start adding a lot more of the color, is I'm going to be like dabbing it with my finger throughout, and that is both going to be for the gray and also the gray highlight as well as this highlight. And the reason why is because if I paint it like that, you're going to get at least one sharp edge, and then the other edge could possibly fade for the brush. So what I like to do is, just to kind of give it more of a faded edge or a soft edge, is I just dab it with my finger while the paint is wet, and it just lifts it off. It works really good when you're doing special effects makeup. Anyhow, sky gray. So now I'm going to do the same process, and I'm going to do it onto the stone. And when I do that, again, I'm going to do a couple of different things that you're probably going to scratch your head at, like, why are you doing this? But again, it was a planned process that I had in my head, and it actually turned out the way that I thought it would turn out in my head. It wasn't as good as it looked in my mind, you know, but it was good enough that it did represent what I was thinking, so I was happy with that. Anyhow, so you can see I'm doing kind of like the same highlight process that I did with the lighter brown. Now I'm doing it with this sky gray. I think it was sky gray I call it, that I used. And you can just go back into the video and check yourself to see what it is. So kind of like just outlining the perimeter and then roughly going in just slightly, trying to do a feather, but then I just dab it down with my finger too as well to get all the gray stones. And I really like the way this turned out, because the next thing I do, I don't know why I did this. Well, I do know why, because it was in my head, but this here, doing the dots, was time consuming. And I mean time consuming. I didn't do the dab for this because I wanted the rocks, even though that's going over the edges of the gray that's already there, it's going to be a little bit brighter. And then what I did off camera that you didn't see though, because I thought I recorded, but I didn't, is I did the same thing again, only with white. So I just went over the white again with the gray just to bring it up a bit, but you don't see that because unfortunately I forgot to record it. And then this is the last step, is just painting the rims black. Any black will do, it don't matter. And that is it. I'm going to shut up for a minute so you can just take a look at it. I really liked painting these. Now, they look kind of dull. They're not as bright and not as highlighted as most people paint them. Pretty much, well, not most, but a lot of painters. Again, the reason why I wanted them to just look like they've been in the shit. They've been got the crap beat out of them, and they're still going. Like, these are just some really good B1 battle droids. Maybe like one of the first ones that had the best programming, or the ones that had the best programming. Anyhow, so that's why I painted them. Plus, when I'm on the table playing against somebody else, which I'm going to be doing, that I can pick mine out really easy, because my paint job I know is going to be different than other people's paint job, because most people are going to paint B1 battle droids the standard way. I would love to see your B1 battle droid painting, because I think that would be really cool to see. Did you paint them the traditional way, or did you do something like this too as well and make them all crazy? And I don't know why my camera went out of focus on that, but anyhow, I just noticed that because it's the first time I watched the video while I'm recording it. So there you go, subscribe and ding, bell icon so you don't miss anything. And I hope you enjoyed this. So yeah, like I said, I'd like to see some pictures. Just send me an email at BoardGameManiacs@gmail.com. The email will be in the link below. Thanks for watching. And be a maniac.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.